Okay, Arizona Supreme Court rules a near total abortion ban from 1864 is enforceable. The ruling is on hold for 14 days, and voters will likely have a chance to weigh in on ballot. So it'll be overturned, Ma. My mother was talking about this. The voters are going to vote on this. And you know, most voters don't believe in strict... the Arizona Supreme Court ruled Tuesday that a 160-year-old near total abortion ban still on the books in the state is enforceable. A bombshell decision that adds the state to the growing list of places where abortion care is effectively banned. The ruling allows 1864 law in Arizona to stand that made abortion a felony, punishable by 2 to 5 years in prison for anyone who performs one or helps a woman obtain one. Wow. The law came 1901 and again came up in 1913. Outlaws abortion from the moment of conception, but includes an exception only to save the woman's life.
Oh, okay. So there was one exception.
The Civil War law, enacted a half century before Arizona even gained statehood, was never repealed. An appellate court ruled last year that it could remain on the books as long as it was harmonized with a 2022 law, leading to a substantial confusion in Arizona regarding exactly when during pregnancy abortion was outlawed. It says it will shutter abortion clinics in the state, effectively undoes a lower court's ruling that stated that more recent 15-week ban from March 22nd superseded this 1864 law. So we'll see. The Arizona Supreme Court said it would put its decision on hold for 14 days, writing that it would send the case back to lower court so that the court could consider additional constitutional challenges that have yet been cleared up. So we'll see.
So they reached back in history with that law.
Democrats all the way up to President Joe Biden have blasted this ruling. Millions of Arizonians will soon live under an even more extreme and dangerous abortion ban, which fails to protect women even when their health is at risk. Well, that's not true because it said that if the mom, you see how...
If the mom's body is in jeopardy, her health is in
jeopardy.
Now,
you see, this is a Democrat saying this. That's not what the law said.
Right.
You didn't have to add that in there because that's not true.
It was real specific. If the exception is the mother's health.
But you see how both sides add on. I just said what the law was. So why would you say that as a Democrat?
Sound like Trump saying if you have a baby after 9 months.
I'm not saying it's a good law, but it specifically said
specific when you say
if the mother's health is at risk, it doesn't count.
Exactly.
You see how you gotta read stuff, and you can't just listen to these guys come on television and talk on both sides. Right? No, but they saying it if the case the mom health. That's not what this law is for.
If the mom's health was in jeopardy, then the baby can be taken probably.
And I can't even say Democrats. This is from Biden. He said this.
Oh, okay.
And it's not true. He called the ban cruel and a result of extreme agenda of the Republican elected officials who are committed to ripping away women's freedom and vowed to continue to fight to protect reproductive rights. That's fine. Say that. Vice President Kamala Harris announced shortly after the ruling that she would travel to Arizona on Friday to continue her leadership in the fight for reproductive freedoms.
They want more than that one exception, pretty much.
The thing is...
I mean, if you're going to do exceptions, that one exception, there are other reasons why a woman can choose to have,
And then Biden said millions of Arizonans will soon live under even a more extreme and dangerous abortion ban. That's not true. They just said it's under a 14-day review, and they're taking it back to lower courts.
So it's still in the courts.
It's not, that's what I'm saying. You can't listen to either one of these guys.
I guess what he's saying too, trying to see the innocence of this. it could go that
Then
way.
say that.
So be careful how you word things. So
Say
right now,
millions of Arizonans could
be
find themselves
in the issue.
in a bed.
Right.
Don't say are.
Right.
And then don't say even at the risk of the mom.
Yeah.
When that's not written in the thing. You see how that's what I was trying to tell you, Mom.
But the Attorney General in Arizona said she's not going to let them to the doctor.
That's fine. She's coming back saying, regardless of the way
medical
you rule,
profession is in trouble.
Yes.
They're trying to cover them as well. Like as a doctor or a nurse, or how do I handle this with situation that comes in my office?
Right.
So I won't be, in trouble legally or whatever.
So that's all I'm saying.
It's really sad. It's real sad because in certain situations, you got people there's different scenarios for each woman that's going through something. And and like even the Ohio girl that was 11 who was violated, I'm like, you forcing her to?
So they're
that's
telling
a
you
real hard one.
This is urgent. Every Arizonians have the opportunity to vote to enshrine the right to abortion in our Constitution this November. I'm confident that Arizonians will support this ballot measure, and I'm going to continue doing everything in my power to make sure it's successful. Mm-hmm. That's what Arizona Governor Hobbs said. Okay. So I think they're going to not vote for that, obviously. And let's see what the lower courts say, because their Supreme Court, state Supreme Court, shot it back down to the lower courts to make arguments about it. Okay. So we'll watch this. But the way that these people speak on both sides, you really got to go back and look at what is actually being said.
The sad thing about it, most people do not do their research on what they're hearing. Remember, I always bring up the book in the Bible in Acts, is the church that I think it was the apostles were speaking to. After they spoke about Christ or whatever, those people went back to their homes and they studied everything. Yeah. You hear on the news, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, all of these comments. Yeah. Go and do your research and go, oh, this is actually the law in Arizona. Right. That news person was wrong. That politician wasn't clear. And then, too, we have to be careful with the news when we're watching it, because they'll take excerpts from it.
And the news, and also, too, when you watch the news, watch different viewpoints. Yes. Don't just watch Fox News or CNN News or MSNBC. Watch other news. Watch progressive. Watch other, because then you'll piece all of it together and say, oh, I see. They're bought by a company, so they're going to be more lenient on this one. Or their main sponsor is this. Yes. So they're not going to say nothing against such and such.
Yes. They'll control the narrative of how that information is being shared.
Jeanne says, where is Queen Major now? Costa Rica? What is Queen Major? Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
We don't know what that is, Jeanne. Ma, you burning something? Oh. What is Queen Major? Those who do their research won't know the status of Henyard's indictment. Oh, yeah. You're right.
What do you mean?
Henyard. Tiffany Henyard?
What about it?
Henyard's. Those who do their research want to know the status of Henyard's indictment.
We got to stay on top of that, because they got an investigative
We'll stay on that one, too. Well, no, now she is, they hired her. Lori Lightfoot.
Oh, yeah, they confirmed that. Oh, believe you me, Chicago will hear what's going on with Mayor Tiffany's.
Yeah, we'll stay on
We'll hear, and that would be one where you don't have to do much research.
Yeah.
You'll either hear she been X'd out or X'd in.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so there you go. Follow this story, too. Mayor. Queen Mayor. Oh, you talking about her. Yeah, Tiffany. I thought she said Queen Major. It's Mayor. Queen.
Because we talked about.
Where is Queen Mayor now? Yeah.
We talked
Costa Rica. Is she in Costa Rica? Did she
Is she
leave?
fleeing the country? Because you now know that the former mayor is going to be investigating her.
Thank you.
That's not good.
And remember I told you that the Chicago people don't like Lori Lightfoot. And I was looking on Facebook. They don't like that she's investigating. They think Lori Lightfoot is a criminal.
Yeah. They had their.
I just know from outside.
They made their comments about her too.
I'm outside looking in. I like Lori Lightfoot, but I'm not from Chicago, so
I don't know what she didn't do or whatever.
But I thought Justice had a good idea yesterday when she said Kwame could do that.
The state's attorney general.
Jeanne says laugh out loud.
At no cost. I didn't know that. If that's true, you're right.
Yeah, we following that, Jeanne.
Yeah. Yeah.
We following Queen Mary. She said Queen Mary.
And my prayer has always been improve or remove. Because I feel like improve, you may have an opportunity to do better and learn and grow from it, or just be removed. Sit down.
All right. Once